Hey guys, another video for our How to Do Stuff in Japan playlist. If you're in Japan, as you will see, you don't have to actually do what we're about to show you. This is more of a heads up to let you know this is how most Japanese people do this thing. So pretty well every country of the world we have the same problem. After we've been shopping, we end up with lots of coins, don't we? And different people have different ways of coping with it. Either they have a bucket of coins at home or they have other ways of getting rid of their coin. Japanese people have a very interesting and clever way of limiting how much coin they have in their pocket. So in this case, we're trying to get rid of, pay a bill, and the bill's for 1,352 yen. So ideally, we would have exactly the right amount, wouldn't we? We'd have 1,000, 3 100s, 150, and 2 ones. That would be perfect. If we didn't have exactly the right amount, maybe we'd have 1,355 yen, and we could pay that and get 3 yen change. So then we're putting over four or five coins and we're getting 3 coins back. So it's not a bad deal. If we can't do that, the next best thing is probably to give them 1,360 yen and get 8 yen back. Now, if you're having trouble with this already, just look at it as dollars, $13.60. $13.52, okay? So worst case scenario, okay, let's give them 2 1,000 yen notes and get 648 yen back, okay? Which means we're going to walk out of the store with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more coins than we walked in with, aren't we? If we do that, we give them 2,000 yen. Alternately, what Japanese people might do is this, 2,052 yen. So we're paying a 1,352 yen bill with 2,052 yen, which means we've given out 3 coins and we've got back 3 coins, which means it's going to be the same. Instead of walking out with 10 coins more than we walked in with, we're going to walk out of the store with the same amount of coins we walked in with. And if we're always walking out with the same amount we walked in with, or less, we're not going to have a big bucket of coins at home, are we? So have a look at this. Here's another example of it. So we're going to pay 1,331 yen. You can see what we've got down the bottom. We've got 3 ones, we've got a 10, we've got a 5, we've got some 100s, and we've got some thousands. So Japanese style, 1,351 yen, we get 20 yen back. That's 2 coins back. We've put out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins, and we've got 2 back. So we're five coins down, aren't we? We've got 5 less coins than we had when we started. So while you're watching this, thinking it sounds very complex, and it does sound really complex, and of course you don't have to do this while you're in Japan, but the interesting thing is that Japanese people do this all the time and are really, really good at it. And even when you've lived in Japan long term and you've got used to it and you actually do it pretty well yourself, there's always someone around who can do it a lot better than you, and often it's the staff. You'll sometimes be staring at your hand and thinking, no. Sometimes it's obvious. You look at your hand and go, oh yeah, I can see what I've got in coins, and it's obvious. Other times it's less obvious, and sometimes you'll just shake your head and go, no, I haven't got it. And the staff will say, oh, sumimasen, and they'll reach out and take it out of your hand, the shop staff. They'll see what's in your hand and go, oh, how about you give me this, and then I'll just give you this back. So they're really, really good. And while you're watching this person here doing this game, she's taking about 2 seconds on average to do the calculation. She's a 9-year-old girl. So while you're watching this, let's just see if you can beat the 9-year-old girl in how fast she does it. And of course, she doesn't actually spend money at the shop. She's just doing this as a game. She doesn't actually go to the shop and buy things with money, but this is just what it's like in Japan. Everybody just sees this as being an obvious thing to do, and it really, really works. If you get used to doing it, it's a really, really good thing. Of course, the opposite isn't true. When Japanese people go to other countries and do this, they get looked at strangely, because if you walked into a shop in another country and the bill was $13.50 and you walked in and gave them $20.50, they'd give you a funny look, wouldn't they? You've given me too much, you know. So it's not going to work in all countries, is it? It might work in some other countries, but it definitely works in Japan, and they'll sort of expect it of you if you've got a handful of coin. What obviously happens a lot is people come visit Japan though and don't understand the coins and end up with a big bucket of coins before they go home. That's really, really common. They just pay for everything by notes. And you can do that too, nothing wrong with that. More videos coming soon.